Tonight, the Department of Social Services is taking steps to introduce a new child abuse hotline in this state. That embattled agency has been under the microscope for months now. Senate lawmakers have been running a series of hearings on how to improve DSS.
Many experts say the current system of reporting abuse can, in fact, discourage people from calling authorities. Leah Holloway is in the studio to tell us more.
DSS is very close to finding a solution when it comes to handling calls dealing with child abuse and neglect. The director of a South Carolina medical unit that investigates child abuse is telling lawmakers this week that changes have to be made. When it comes to the safety of a child, Dr. Olga Rosa would not hesitate to make a report.
I will pick up the phone and my first reaction is to try to get a hold of the Department of Social Services.
But not all people are like Rosa and aren't sending in reports of child abuse. By law, reports must be made to either DSS or law enforcement, depending on whether the suspected abuser is a relative. Depending on the situation, some people don't know who to call.
It takes a certain amount of courage to pick up a phone and call in a report of abuse or neglect by the general public. So that will be somewhat discouraging if after I'm trying to do this effort and trying to provide you information, you tell me to call someone else.
On Thursday, Dr. Rosa told a panel of state lawmakers there should be a DSS hotline. This hotline would take calls that are normally transferred to 46 offices in the state into 6 regional hubs. That panel has been investigating problems at the Department of Social Services for the better part of a year.
People will call the 1-800 number, from whichever county they're living, to report an incident of possible abuse or neglect. The hotline in any of the regions that is available to take the next call will pick up.
DSS's acting director, Amber Gillum, told state senators Thursday she agrees with Rosa's suggestions, and the agency should have a hotline up and running by February. Other requirements Rosa would like to enforce are for social workers to make face-to-face contact within 24 hours of a report if a child is 4 or under. If the report is from a doctor with a hospitalized child, DSS will need to respond within 2 hours. In the studio, Leah Holloway, Watch Fox News.
Well, each